All right, guys. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Friday. Happy Friday. Pretty excited. Get a weekend. Get to relax. Take my mind off the market and enjoy. So, really good last few days. Really good. I wouldn't try to predict anything, guys. Watch the price action, read the charts, see what's happening. There's no reason to predict. Predicting in the market, not using any type of, analysis, just sort of saying Friday sell-off or good jobs report, just not really my style. I'd rather wait, see what happens, and play the continuation, play the trend. That's my style. So we'll see what happens today. Yes, we have jobless claims. We have non-farm payrolls. We have some economic data today that will come out. So we will see how the market reacts at 8:30 once those come out. And we will, from that point, formulate a game plan and trade the market whichever way it wants to go today. So new highs yesterday. You guys know we've been looking at this bull flag for a week now. If you come to the live streams, you know we've been looking at this, and it worked out beautifully. A beautiful bounce off the 20 SMA on the daily chart, a beautiful push through that flag pattern, and a beautiful break of all-time highs yesterday on the Nasdaq, and a very strong move. Hans. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about, Hans. Sometimes, just sometimes. So sorry to hear that, Hans, but maybe you still made some money on it because you were already up on it, so hopefully. But yes, IV is not a friendly thing. Do not hold options into earnings unless you really want to gamble. If you really want to gamble, you can do that. Not only are you gambling on the right direction, you're also gambling on whether it can move the right amount. So it's like just ridiculous. It's like playing a rigged game in the casino. It's just not really what you guys want to be doing out here, man. It's just not how you're going to make money in the stock market, is playing options through earnings. Just not going to work for you. Sometimes you'll get lucky. You'll hit that big, like Amazon puts would have been a nice big one. That D-Dog earnings, that Datadog earnings, D-Dog calls would have worked out. So once in a while, yeah, it'll work out. But it's not the strategy, guys. It's just not it. So we'll go ahead and check out the market today. Look at some of the plays that I've taken. Look at some plays that I'm watching, and just sort of look at some charts as well. Some really nice opportunities, like you guys see in the title of the live stream. So think about it for a second, right? You got Nasdaq and SPY at all-time highs, but you have many tech stocks that are well off their highs. So let's rewind 2 weeks ago, right? Let's rewind 2 weeks ago. Markets at all-time highs, and so are the tech stocks, right? They're moving up together. Now you have market at all-time highs, and you have tech stocks off their highs. What do you guys see there? What is that? What is the opportunity? If the Nasdaq is pushing through all-time highs, why is Amazon 7, 8, 9% off its highs? Why is Facebook off its highs? Why is PayPal off its highs? Why is Apple off its highs? Why is Roku off its highs? All these opportunities on the market that could potentially play out if this Nasdaq stays strong, and all of these stocks, all of these tech stocks will likely, I'm not going to say 100%, will likely catch up and move back towards highs. So you had all these falls off earnings, which are totally expected, because when you come into earnings so high up, at all-time highs, most of the time you will get those dips. So we'll see, guys. I mean, that's just my thought. That's my thought process right now. I could be wrong. I could, we could continue lower. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like Gilberto thinks the market's tanking, it seems. I will tell you guys, if you want to play on the side of statistics, to look at these dip opportunities as buying opportunities, not thinking that the market is going to crash all the time, because more times than not, the market does not crash. just if you want to play on the side of statistics and probabilities, then I would probably be bullish in this market at this current time. Schedule. Apple, yeah, I got you, Mr. TNT. Apple, got that on there. Futures, economic news at 8:30. We'll look at Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, Roku, and Amazon. Two that I think are very, very big opportunities. Just keep an eye on these guys. I don't know when it will. I don't know when it will move. I don't know when the gaps will be filled. But these are big opportunities that you need to watch. So I actually am in Roku right now, but Amazon, one that I'm not in yet, but something I'm watching, and Roku, I want you guys to be looking at too. I'll show you why on the technicals. Coin had a monster day yesterday. Coin, you guys know Kathy Wood continues to buy this, and also Roku, Kathy, the ARK Innovation ETF bought more Roku yesterday. So I'm liking that. I think Kathy's looking at the same thing I'm looking at. If me and Kathy are aligned there, I think it's a good play. So yeah, if Kathy's buying Roku on the same day I bought some calls off a dip, I am gonna be a little bit more confident in that play today. So let's see what happens. Coin heating up. Coin, you guys know, has been consolidating for months now, and eventually, I think Coin will make a move. So we'll see. Yesterday was a very strong day. I want to show you the technicals, show you what's going on with Coin. Netflix, been watching this stock pretty closely for almost a week now. After its earnings dip, finding support, finding a previous levels, support at previous levels, also at a moving average. So I want to show you that chart today. I've been talking to the Discord about this play for some time now. Still not in it, but yesterday it did something that I really liked, so I want to show you that. Penn, finally finding some life. You guys know, if you're a long-time subscriber, I love the stock Penn. I'm a big investor in Penn. I think I think they're going to kill it long term. So I am investing into Penn. But finally, I found a little bit of life. It's been dead for a long time. And finally, we had some news come out about them. They acquired a Canadian. I think it's like a Canadian online gambling. I'm not sure exactly the details. You guys can correct me if you'd like. But they acquired a company. Nice move higher yesterday, up to 72. And let's see if it can continue. Along with Penn, we're also going to look at DraftKings, which had earnings this morning, I believe. Did Penn have earnings? When was Penn earnings? Penn earnings was yesterday as well. So we had Penn earnings and DraftKings earnings. Penn. Yes. Yeah, Penn earnings yesterday, moving up higher this morning. And we had DraftKings earnings. Was that this morning? DraftKings earnings this morning. And both stocks are moving higher very nicely this morning. So it's also football time. You're getting back into those, everyone's going to get ready to, start, fantasy football. So let's see. Is DraftKings and Penn seasonal? This is a good time, guys, to do some analysis yourself. Do some analysis on the market. Is Penn and DraftKings seasonal stocks? Do they start moving up as we approach into August, September, October, into the beginning of football? Do we start to see a move on these stocks due to that? Will we start to see positive media coverage saying like, this year's DraftKings signups are 20% higher than last year, whatever it is. So let's keep an eye on that. Maybe these are seasonal stocks. Maybe this is something to watch. DraftKings and Penn coming into football. Also, earnings releases, and both are moving higher, which is good to see. Square, all-time highs. We'll take a look at that. What an insane move yesterday on Square. Just nuts. Yes, so I'm going to show you guys this real quick, just because we talk about this almost every day here in the live stream and on the Discord. There's AMD, guys, and I know a lot of you guys were asking about AMD and how to play it. And look at what happened yesterday. So we moved back to the 20 SMA, right? We moved right back to that hourly 20 SMA. Now, what happened every other time we did that in the last 2 weeks? Last week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We bounced off of it right in the morning when we got to that 20 SMA. Now, yesterday, look what happened. The first candle out of the gates yesterday was not a green candle. It was not this move. It was the opposite. So, if you, I know a lot of people in the Discord chat were ready for this. Piff, if you're watching, I know maybe you're at Dunkin' Donuts right now. One of the members in my chat, he caught this. I know PV caught this as well. Another member in my chat, I think he made like $8,000. He's been looking for the downside on this for quite a while. But this gave away the entire move on AMD. This is all you needed to look at yesterday on AMD. The first moment you saw this thing break below this 20 SMA, you knew it was over. It should have held up like it did every other time, 6 times in the past, and it did not. So really, really clean technical analysis there on AMD, and that really just gave away the move. Last but not least, we'll look at a snap flag breakout, which looks really good on the daily chart, and then we'll get into some of the stuff that you guys want to look at. So I'm feeling good. It's Friday, making some really good plays this week, and I just want to close it on a nice green streak. So today I'm coming into the day with PayPal and Roku. Those are my 2 entries right now. But futures, let's go ahead and jump into it. Nasdaq. So look at this. Look at this beautiful move here, guys. Beautiful little bull flag breakout. 20 SMA hold, 1, 2, 3, triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, but bull flag breakout, new highs, awesome. EVGO, I keep on seeing that. Sure, I'll take a look at it. I don't even know what that is, but I'll take a look. He's been loading up puts. He's probably watching the chat. I think he is. What time period was that? Which one? AMD? That's the 20-day hourly chart. AMD hourly chart. 20-day hourly chart. That's all you needed to look at. We looked at this yesterday, Hans. Were you paying attention? Come on, Hans. So Nasdaq. Very nice. Bull flag breakout. Very nice little formation here, and looks like we're moving higher. So at this point, the most bullish case, you want to see these previous highs hold. That's the most bullish case. So if we go to the 4-hour, we can see this a little bit closer. In the most bullish case today, which I don't know if I expect to hold up all the way up here. We might get a little bit of a dip. But in the most bullish case, I want to see these previous highs turn into support here today. 15,130. If we pull back to that level and we bounce off of it, that is very, very bullish. That is the best thing you could possibly see today. If we get a pullback down to that 15,130 and we start to find support in this previous area, that is a beautiful break and retest. That is a very bullish formation. So keep an eye on it, guys. If we get a pullback down to here in the morning, if we get some panic today, some downside panic, don't panic, please. Just watch the price action. Wait for that pullback to slow down and see if it's near this 15,130. That is what I would be watching today on the Nasdaq. If it's not there, then watch these levels, and if it's not those levels, it's going to be these levels. So there's a lot of support down below. You got 15K even psychological level. You have these previous highs around 15,050. You guys can see you have multiple previous resistance levels here. 1, 2, and 3. So if we pull back below these previous highs right here, if we pull back below there, you're going to come down to 15,050. If you break that level, you're coming down to 15K. So there's your 3 levels today on the Nasdaq. I think they will hold. I'm pretty positive they will hold. Unless this news at 8:30 just totally screws us, which I'm as of right now, I don't believe it will, but I'm not going to try to, come into today with any kind of bias. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. But if you guys have been watching and paying attention to these, when the news comes out, these moves off these moves off of economic news have been very small lately. They're really not much of a, it's not moving much. The market's not moving much off these releases. This is just the 20, 50, and 100 SMA. That's all I'm looking at here. All right, that's the Nasdaq. ES. So we talked about the ES yesterday. We talked about this little range, and we wanted to see the break above, and we got the break above. Now that we have the break above, what do we want to see? We want to see a hold of these previous highs. We want to see this high turn into support and move higher. So at the very least, or in the most bullish case today, just like the Nasdaq, you want to see this 4,420 hold. That's where you want to see us hold. So we'll probably get below that. It's only 3 points lower. So I don't know if I expect us to hold that high up, but if we do, great. Another potential support would be right on this trend line. You guys can see that. So if I delete this, you can see a little bit of a trend starting to form here. Right around here, 1, 2, 3. Maybe we get a pullback to that trend here. You guys can see something like this. Pull back to here, and then we start to move higher on this trend line. Maybe something like that. So there's definitely some nice support here. There's definitely that 43.80 support down here. You have those previous highs that we are through, all-time highs on the S&P, and you have this trend line holding as support. A little bit of an ascending triangle, as well. You can see it right here. So right there, you got that it's that uptrend. This is your ascending triangle. So there's your push. But, we could always get a pullback to this. And if we get a pullback to this trend line, and I see people starting to panic, I'm going to be very upset, because this pullback to this trend line will be another fantastic opportunity for a potential dip buy, just like it happened here, And if it happens again, I'm gonna be on the sides of probability and be on the sides of statistics, and I'm going to play this bounce back to the upside, because that is what history has told me will happen, and I'm not gonna panic here, and I'm gonna look for that pullback. So if that happens, great. That sets up even more opportunity for us. So that's ES. YM, I have nothing to say about the Dow. This is just insanity on the Dow. I mean, this has not moved at all. And we have not moved for almost a month. I mean, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks, the Dow has been stuck, guys. So it's difficult to find any interest in trying to trade any Dow stocks right now, because what the hell is this thing doing? We will see. Just watch this range. Just watch the range. That's all I could say. I pressed the mouse, the scroll button. If you press it down, it brings this up, right? Look, so you see this little menu that's coming up. I press down on the mouse. Very easy. Instead of having to go down here every time. That's not fun. All right, that's the futures. Some really nice opportunities. Let's see what happens today. Roku. Yeah, that's a hard pass on the Dow for sure. I just don't. There's nothing there. All right, guys. So Roku, I really, really like. Now, I have some concerns about it. As of right now, I have some concerns about the play I'm in. I'm not 100%, but I was positive enough to get into it. The only concern I have is that we start to fail around this 50 SMA, or even near these previous highs or previous resistance, right around 413. But if we get to 413, I'm definitely going to be profitable on this play. But I'm looking at this uptrend bounce. That's why I took this. So here's why I took this play. Here's why I like this potential bounce on Roku. This trend line is a little off now that I look at it. Hold on. You're right around there. So Roku. Earnings dip. You're falling off from earnings. You had a big gap down here. It was down here before this move yesterday. It was all the way back down to this trend line. Now, where did this trend line meet? You had a trend line right here, very clean, right? Existing drawing on the chart when you don't want to, you use the click, this one, the arrow. That's the arrow. You want to use the arrow to activate the drawings. So Roku taking a dip off earnings, nice trend line, really nice support, guys. I mean, this is a very big structure point in the market. Resistance, resistance, support. You could probably call this some support as well. It didn't quite hit this level, but it's in there. It's right about at that level. And then you have support coming in again. Now, this is why I took this play. This is why you had previous resistance into support at a demand zone and at a trend line, and I was looking to see if I could catch a bounce off this level. Nice move yesterday. Very nice push yesterday. Not up too much on my play. I got in a little bit late. I got in, I'll go to the 1 minute from yesterday. I got in around this, I think this secondary push right around here. It did pull back on me. It did hold up though. I was not looking at just the short-term movements. I was looking at the longer-term move. Up here, we were up about 30-40%, I believe, and we started to slide into close. I think I'm sitting up around 10% on this play right now. So I like the potential upside. That's why I'm holding it, because I know that Roku has a lot of room up here to potentially bounce. Maybe we create somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern. I can sort of see that trying to form. You can see, shoulder, head. Maybe it creates another shoulder here. But regardless, guys, I'm in at such a great entry down here that if that happens, this is going to be a big move for me. If this even tries to push back up to 460, that's a monster move for these plays. This play. So I like the entry. I like it by previous support. I like it by this trend line. This is what I'm watching for Roku here on the daily chart. This is the daily chart. If you guys want to play like bounces or longer term plays, please look at the daily chart. It just gives a lot away, guys. The daily chart is such a useful tool. I just love looking at the daily. You find so many great previous support lines. You find awesome trend lines. I mean, look at the trend that this already held. If you just ignore all of this, just look at this area right here. I'm going to box it right here. Look at this area, this green area right here. Look at the support trend line that this thing held. You could have taken this thing on every trend line bounce. This play right here is probably a few 100%. This play right here is probably a few 1,000%. So just use this daily chart and try to find some plays off of it. So just, it's really, really helpful. So we'll see, guys. I'm in some Roku plays. I'm in, I'm not going to talk too much about it because, if you want to come see the trades I take, come join the Discord chat. It's just, shout out to everyone that's watching this, that's in it. It was quite a day yesterday. Really feeling thankful for you guys, and it was just a sweet day. We really killed it yesterday. So in Roku, let's see what happens. That is my analysis for you on Roku. Now, a similar chart that has not sort of worked out just yet, which I think could work out. What? Okay, never mind. So another play that could work out that is pending right now, which could be huge, is this Amazon gap fill. Look at this Amazon gap fill. Just crazy strong here. Look at this Amazon gap fill. Look at the trend line hold that we're currently finding. Really nice trend line hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential trend line here. Very strong. I bought a August 20th 4:30 call. August 20th 4:30 call. That's what I have. But yeah, go to the Discord. So really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at this hold here. Look at this hold here on Amazon. So very nice trend line hold. Can we push into this gap fill? Can we push into this gap fill? That is what I'm looking to see. This could be just an insane move. This is going to be very large in percentage point gains if you can catch this correctly. Now, I don't know when this happens. I don't know what date you're going to get the move. I don't know when's the right time to get in. That's what's difficult. So the best way to play this would probably be some credit spreads. Just playing credit spreads below 3,300. As long as this thing stays above 3,300 by your expiration, you'll make money. You won't make that much money. It won't be deleted by Google moderator team. What's going on with the moderator team? Is that JJ? That's not JJ. Google moderator team. I'm not sure what that is. What did you say, Mark? Saying bad things? So, nice hold. Potentially a huge play. Keep an eye on it, guys. If we start to get a push above this 33.95, right around here, then maybe you can start to get that move. But we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens here. Just keep an eye on it. Yeah, 8:30 we got non-farm payrolls. So that's Amazon. That could be a huge play. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, I don't know why Google. Yeah, Google keeps. I think if it says Discord in it, it keeps deleting it. That's ridiculous. They are really becoming. It's a crazy world out there right now. That's all I have to say to you. Yeah, I don't know why Google is deleting messages on my stream. It says deleted by Google moderator team. I think it's I think if you say the word Discord, it's not liking that. Maybe it doesn't want you to. You know what it is? I bet you it's they don't want you to leave their platform. It's funny. No, it's not me. I'm not deleting nothing. Yeah, it says Google moderator team. Bad. Anyways, coin. Yeah, I know. Let's see if Jimmy's message gets deleted here. Don't say it too much, guys. They'll probably ban you. Let's see if these messages get deleted or not. It should be interesting. Yeah, look. Did it get deleted? Oh, no, it didn't. Anyways, let's get back into this. So, nice little bottom here on coin, guys. Triple bottom. This is very nice. This is a sign of consolidation. This is a sign of accumulation. Of very nice strength here on coin down here. I mean, I would assume that this is probably the lowest you're going to see coin in a long time. I would be surprised to see coin break this. That would be very, very interesting to see that. I would not expect to see a move like that. Unless, Bitcoin gets demolished, something crazy happens, then that would be something crazy. But I would not expect that. At this time, this support hold looks very strong. 210, 220, triple bottom. Really, really like it. All right, guys, that's enough with the Discord spam in the chat. It looks like we're okay. Oh, someone's got deleted. GT got deleted. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's just focus on here. Don't worry about the chat. So triple bottom coin. Maybe if we get this break of this high right here, 260, 261, maybe you get an unleashed move here on coin. This thing has been pretty leashed for quite a while, and there is opportunity for this to push. I definitely believe it. I definitely could see this move, so I'm going to be watching coin. I have a lot of RK ETF in my long term, so if coin moves, that's how I'll make money off of it because it's heavy in RK. You guys know Kathy Wood has been buying it in her ARK ETFs, so I have exposure to this potential move. I would be watching this. I would be watching to see if it breaks 261, 260, and you have a lot of upside up here if we can get any type of move on coin. If there's bullishness around Bitcoin, maybe that helps. And also, you have earnings coming up on the 10th, which is next week. What is that? Next Thursday? That is Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So we'll see, guys. But watch this. Good opportunity. Nice triple bottom. And could definitely be an opportunity here. All right. Netflix. This is a play that I have been watching. Yes, I'm still in PayPal. I'm still holding it. And I'll talk about it in a little bit. So Netflix, another potential watch here. I really like this hold around 514, 515. You can see this is where the gap down ended. You see this gap down? This was a gap down, right? Where this gap down ended was right around 514, 515. That created structure in the market, right? So we came back down, we came back into it, found resistance. Yeah, look at that. Google moderator team. I don't know what that's all about. Let me see. Manage moderators. Let me see what's going on. JJ's a moderator. But there's no... Yeah, that's Google, man. That's Google. Jobs report. Shit. Let's check it out. All right, a little bit of a move lower on the Qs. Wouldn't call that a tank. You got to zoom out a little bit. Jobless claims. You're coming back. So what's the numbers? Let's go into I know, it's funny, Daniel, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Non-farm payrolls increased. Non-farm versus, wow, big increase in jobs. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that be completely backwards. Better jobs, market down because we're further away from the Dow's moving because I think that should help. The Dow could move because I believe that is a good thing for, leisure, a good thing for, travel. That kind of positivity helps the Dow, right? Because that's heavy Dow stocks. Nasdaq is more heavy, Nasdaq is very sensitive to interest rate hikes because of all the tech stocks. They're a little bit more sensitive, it seems like, at least how the market's reacting to it, to those interest rates. So, closer we are to better economy, closer we are to maybe tapering and interest rate hikes. So, right now you're coming back pretty quick. So I could be wrong. That's sort of how I'm thinking about it. But Dow definitely gets help from better economy, better jobs, because just you're closer to leisure being back. You're closer to everything, travel, and that helps the Dow. What are some Dow stocks? Home Depot, Home Depot, UNH. You have what are some big? I'm thinking of top three. I know Home Depot, UNH are big too. What else are big? Those are the top two, around the top two. Boeing's probably top three. Those are probably your top three right there. Boeing, UNH, Home Depot are probably your top three, around there. Those ones will. So you have healthcare, you have travel with Boeing, and you have Home Depot, which is just a huge, banks. So you have your banks, your JP Morgans. So those non-tech stocks, right, are the ones that are going to be biggest in the Dow. Boeing is the biggest, probably one of the top five. I think UNH is the number one largest in the Dow. Let me fact check that. Largest Dow component. UNH is the largest Dow component, followed by Goldman Sachs and Home Depot. Yep, Microsoft as well. So you got some big ones in there. Boeing, wow, Boeing's number 9. That's probably because of the performance it's had. Because the Dow is I believe the Dow is an equal weighted. No, okay, it's a price weighted, right? Because it's weighted on the stock price of the company, correct? That's the Dow. The Dow is weighted, determined by the price of the stock. So I remember when Apple was joining the Dow, there was a whole thing about the weighting situation of them joining the Dow. I forgot what exactly it was, but there was a big talk about what would happen if the Dow joined, or if Apple joined the Dow when it did, because there was such a big weighting problem. All right, guys. We don't need to be spamming the chat with Dow stocks. Jesus Christ. all you have to do is go right here to this link, and you can see what stocks are in the Dow Jones. We don't need to spam the entire chat with every Dow stock possible. All right, Bowie, that's enough, bud. Okay, back to our regular scheduled business here. Nasdaq moving lower. Yeah. So Nasdaq moving lower on us here. We have the Dow, which is moving higher for us. So very interesting. We shall see what happens today. The Nasdaq moving lower could affect some of these plays I'm in. It probably will affect Roku. It probably will affect PayPal. We'll see. We'll see what happens today. But let's get back into it. Penn. So, daily chart on Penn. If this wants to zoom in. Nasdaq getting a bounce? I didn't see that. No, it's down right now. Down 50 points. So here's Penn. You guys can see nice move higher and a nice move lower, right? So we have a little bit of a slowdown here. Pretty consistent downtrend on Penn. Where did it come back to? It came back to these lows right here. So very nice little bottom right around this level, 62, 63. Very nice little bottom here on Penn. So the next level that I would be expecting it to find some resistance at is at these previous highs. So you have highs right here, you have highs here, and you have highs here. That is right around 75. Right now we're trading at about 72 in the pre-market. So watch 75 today. I would expect some resistance to come in there. But if Penn can break through that and start to change this trend, start to make higher lows, do something like this, and start to make higher lows, then, I would be interested in a play here on Penn. But as of right now, we need to see it break above 75. That's really all that I would be looking for on Penn. Good earnings, good news. Catalyst is there. Let's see what happens today on Penn. Square. Okay, so Square is crazy. I mean, Square has been on some type of uptrend. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of this uptrend, a little bit of a flag pattern, and then a monster breakout yesterday. If you go to the 4-hour, you guys will see, look at this little flag pattern. Look at this little pullback that Square made. Look how consistent those 4-hour candles are. That's crazy. So big move, flagging down, and then a big move right through. What can we expect today? I would expect a little bit of resistance here at 280. You guys are sitting at all-time highs. So right here, 1, 2, 3 time resistance, and then you're moving right back into it. So if you go to the 4-hour chart, you'll see that we are still sort of stuck here at these highs. We're right back into this level. You have right here highs. Upstart, yeah, I'll take a look at it. So you have these highs right here, and then you have the breakthrough, but also we're pulling back under that move. Upstart's moving 133. How is this moving a lot? I don't know if I would be calling this moving a lot, guys. But yeah, I mean, Upstart, nice move yesterday because Motley Fool said it was their pick or something like that. We already picked it, so we're ahead of them. What was I on? Square. So going back to the hourly or the 4-hour, you'll see that we are sort of stuck at this level still. So watch 280 today, guys. Let's see. Does it hold 280 as support? Is it fall back under it? It looks like right now you're starting to fall back under it. And any weakness on the Nasdaq is not really going to help. But I would like to see this 280 hold. You can see previous resistance at 280. Would like to see 280 try to hold up today. If it does, maybe you get more upside. If not, guys, this could be a little bit lower today after a big move. Especially if the Nasdaq is going to continue. It's trying to find some support. Just zoom out, guys. It's still pretty up there. I mean, this is nothing to be too concerned about. We're still not even close to that previous support level right there at 15,050. So keep an eye on it. A little bit of a dip. Dow looking pretty strong right now. But that was Square. And the last but not least, we are going to look at Snap. So Snap's the final one. Let's go ahead and look at the daily chart. And you guys can see I I was surprised by the strength that we got, right around the 71, 72. That is good to see. That is very, very bullish because, you have these previous highs back here in February, and it held those previous highs beautifully. Look at this. Look at that beautiful little previous resistance, and look at the support that it held. The break and retest, yeah, could be JJ. Could be JJ. Definitely. We got to see if it can hold there. So, Snap, another break and retest, very nice hold. You got the break of previous highs. You got that beautiful retest of it. I was expecting this to maybe fill this gap, but I think Snap's a little bit too strong for that to happen just yet. Earnings was fantastic, huge gap up. So I think the catalyst is still, pretty bullish here. So nice little Snap flag right here, flag breakout, very strong. Previous highs turning into support. This could definitely continue. If the Nasdaq can hold up today or next week, I would continue to watch Snap here through all-time highs. This is a very strong flag breakout. As long as we hold above 71, 72 here, we are going to continue to be bullish. Very strong break and retest, very strong support coming in, flag breakout. Keep an eye on Snap, guys. This could be a nice move. And Walmart, good point, Snap, crackle, pop. This is the first time that Walmart has finally broke out of this level yesterday. This is a big breakout. I wasn't paying attention to this yesterday, but I was looking at it when I was in my bed at night, just looking at some stuff. And this is a very nice little breakout here of this previous support turning into resistance. Look at Walmart yesterday. A very nice push here on Walmart. Keep an eye on this. If the Dow continues today, which it probably is going to right now, Walmart could be a very big play. Looks really good in the after hours in the pre-market. So please watch Walmart today, guys. This is a big breakout yesterday. If the Dow is strong, you guys know Walmart will continue. That's a big part of it. It moves with the Dow very nicely. So keep an eye on Walmart. Other stocks to keep an eye out today with the Dow is going to be your top ones, right? So Home Depot, your Boeings, your banks, your UNHs, your healthcare stocks. So watch those Dow stocks. Watch Walmart here. That could be a nice move if the Dow moves higher. Yeah, all the banks, guys. All the banks are going to do well if the Dow is moving up. So you can see big moves on JP Morgan. All the banks are going to look the same. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Citi, which is C, Morgan Stanley. So all the banks moving up, guys. Very nice. And we'll see if those continue today. All right, so I see 650 people, and I still see a 1 in front of the like column, so that's pretty sad. If you guys could, just take a second. I'll take a breather here. I'll wait for you, and you can go ahead and press that like button. I know it's difficult to press it while I'm talking. I know that's very difficult, so I want to take a second break and have you press that like button for me. I would very much appreciate that. ANVS. What is ANVS? Innovis Bio. Yeah, I don't know much about these biotechs. Every biotech's doing something different. I mean, you got a big gap down. Maybe you can take advantage of that gap down. That's about all that I'd say. Press that like button for me before we get into some of the stocks that you guys want to look at. The first one we're going to look at here is Apple. Apple. And also, before I get into the other plays, quick shout out to the sponsor of the stream, which is MSI. MSI, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for the stuff you send out. They also just sent me a box of little goodies, which I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. So maybe I'll do a giveaway here in the near future. But thank you so much to MSI. If you guys want to check out the products I use, the link is down below. So shout out to them. And thank you for supporting the stream, and thank you for sponsoring the stream. So let's go ahead and get into Apple. Apple, recommended by one of our, I think it was Mr. TNT. So nice little wedge pattern that we're finding here, right? So you have higher lows, lower highs. You're creating this wedge pattern here on Apple. If the Nasdaq can find any strength, which today, not the strongest, so I don't know if I would trust Apple too much this morning. If the Nasdaq is moving lower, then I would be a little concerned. But at the very least, You requested Nvidia. Yeah, I know, but Mr. TNT gets priority because he's a priority member. So Nvidia will come next. So Apple, nice little wedge. Nasdaq will need to be strong for this move to occur. If we want to see this breakout, then we want to see the Nasdaq be strong. So we want to see that. If the Nasdaq's weak, I'd be a little bit concerned. But you want to see this 20 SMA hold. You can see the blue line right here. That's your 20 SMA. If that does not hold, and if we break this wedge, if we break these higher lows, then, be a little bit cautious. Maybe we move back down to these previous lows right around here, which is sort of aligning with these previous. So somewhere around here, you guys can see we have a low, and we have these previous highs. So maybe we get a little bit of a move down to say around this previous support, and then maybe we can get a little bit of a break and retest at this 143 level. So that's what I would be watching. If we do not hold this wedge formation, maybe look back down to this 143. So that's what I'll be looking at. But of course, yeah, Apple's long term, it always looks good, guys. Don't ever not buy Apple stock. You don't have to buy it up here. Of course, you'd rather be buying it down here. But how could you not buy Apple for your long term? It's just foolish. I've never heard someone that says that Apple's a bad stock. Why would Apple be a bad stock? Apple has enough cash to go through 10 recessions and still come out as the best company in the world. What do they have? They're sitting on a few billion in cash. It's just nuts. So Apple, that's Apple. Nvidia next. So Nvidia stock split, right? So we're back in the 200s, which is really the 800s. But we came back. Where did we? I'm trying to see if did we bounce off anything here? Or is this just a, maybe you can call it like some consolidation here. But this really isn't much of a strong support area where we bounced, right? You have some previous structure around here, right? So you have these previous levels, you have this previous high, so you have some structure here, but I wouldn't call this too strong. If Nvidia was to break this level, I would expect it to move lower. This isn't like a very strong. It's not like a PayPal hold, right? Like PayPal, look at all these levels here in the past, a lot of levels in the past. Nvidia, that's not really that strong of a hold there. You did hold, but keep an eye on it. So you got a nice hold there. That would be your support level for now. This little range right around 180s. That would be your support level. Got to push above the 20 SMA. Right now, you're finding a little bit of resistance at this previous high of 205. And then you're going to definitely find some resistance at 208. So in the pre-market today, you're at 205, which is right back at this previous high. So I'll show you. If I go to the 4-hour, you'll see we are right back at this previous high here on Nvidia. So we need to break and hold this 205 on Nvidia. If you fall back below it today, you're probably going to come back down to this 20 SMA here, which is around 201. Did we already do DraftKings? No, we did Penn. I don't think we did DraftKings. I'll go over it next. So pull back to 205. That's previous resistance. I would expect some resistance here today, especially if the Nasdaq is weak. 209 is your top right there. 209 is your top. That's going to be very, very tough. Yeah, if AMD is weak, Nvidia is probably going to be weak too, guys. I wouldn't expect Nvidia to go up if AMD starts selling off again today. So let's go over DraftKings and Microsoft, and then that's going to be it, guys. Oh, sorry. So DraftKings. We talked about DraftKings yesterday. I think this was Hans. Hans sort of recommended this one. And you'll see, I don't remember if I went over DraftKings or not. Can someone tell me? I don't remember. So 1, 2, and then 3. You guys can see we talked about this downtrend yesterday. We had this downtrend on the chart, but look what happened a day after we talked about it. Look at this beautiful breakout of this downtrend. So that's a big move for DraftKings. What I would be watching is this very, very heavy 55 level. So if I go to the daily chart, you'll notice that this is a very heavy level here at 55. You have a lot of resistance. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that we found resistance there at 55. So If we can get back to 55, great. That would be nice. But just know that that could be a very tough level. You are getting a very nice breakout, though. Look at this 4-hour breakout. Look at that candle off earnings. Very strong. Definitely one to watch. But please be aware of 55. Put it on your charts. 55, 56. If it breaks 55, it's not a clear buy either, guys. Wait for some consolidation. Wait for some type of really strong strength through this move. Maybe even a break and retest. I wouldn't just go ahead and grab this thing on the first sight of 55. You're coming into a very strong resistance level here. So let's see. Let's be aware. Let's be careful of that move. All right, last but not least, Microsoft, and then we are out of here. Yeah, we did DraftKings yesterday. You can see what happened. Very nice move. So Microsoft. Daily chart, just a really nice little uptrend, guys. You're holding the 20 SMA. Microsoft just been on a tear. Roblox, another one real quick. I just want to show you. If you didn't come to the stream yesterday, Roblox, nice little push above this flag. But we'll see what happens today. So Microsoft, nice little U formation, trying to reach those highs. But if you look at today, you look at what's happening in the pre-market on the Qs today. Because of the jobs report, you can see we are getting a little bit of a dip on the Qs, which is not going to help tech stocks today, guys. So coming into today, just be aware of some of this dip we are seeing on the Qs. Be aware of the tech stocks. If we start to see more downside on the Nasdaq, then I wouldn't be someone to go chase calls today. See what happens. Watch the price action. Give the market some time, and we'll see how the market reacts to this news. That's really all that I have today. I hope you guys enjoy the day. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday. If you're green on the day early, close down the market. EVGO. What is this stock? EVGO. It's a $10 stock. Daily chart. I would just be careful of this resistance. This is going to be a heavy resistance. $11. I'm not really sure what this is. EVGO. But just watch that $11 resistance. You can see it right there. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. Press that like button before you head out. If you could, I would really appreciate that. It would help a lot. Help me grow this channel. Help me grow, on YouTube and everything, and just help me get more of this content out to more people. Hopefully, helping you guys. So thank you again. Thank you to everyone that is supporting the channel through the join button on YouTube. That really helps. Thank you so much. Top picks today is going to be Dow stocks, I think, at this point. Dow's strong, guys, so don't sleep on the Dow stocks. Don't sleep on Boeing's, Home Depot's, the banks. Keep an eye on those Dow stocks. And if if it's a very clear rotation today, and it's very clear out of tech into Dow, then maybe you play some of those high flying tech stocks back to the downside. AMD could be one to bleed more. Square could be one to bleed after that big move. So if tech is weak, watch the big movers on tech and watch the downside. And if Dow is continue to be strong, just take a look at those Dow stocks, Boeing's, the banks, Home Depot, Walmart. That breakout on Walmart looks really good. So watch these. So thank you guys again. It's late. I've been here too long. Press the like button. And 8 to 8:30. It's a bunch of BS. I'm here till 8:54. All right. Peace out, guys. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, if you want to join the Discord chat, down below.